Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special edition of Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble. Yeah, we're back with Mr. Stephen Has a Dabble, and it's Batman Friday, and I've literally just recorded this video, and I checked it back again, and the same problem that I had not last time, the time before, it didn't record the sound. So I've got a whole video, and it's a really important video this week. So I had to sort of get over this. I'm running late for something already because I'm not ready to do stuff, and I've got to spend this time going over this stuff again, which is really annoying. But at the same time, we've got to get on and we've got to push this because of time schedule. But it's Batman Day. We're going to play some Batman, and here's some Batman. Now, when I click into the game, what you will see is me playing the game. There's no sound from the game, unfortunately, which is a bit of a problem. But what you do have is me sat in the corner talking about it. So let's go and do that right now. Okay, so if you remember what happened at the end of last week, we fought Poison Ivy, and we had to find the Joker who was having some sort of party. And if you look on screen, you can see we've actually got 20 hostiles detected on screen, which means all of the people you could see in that little building, all those people there, all those guys in front of the door, those are people that we really need to get rid of. So the first thing I did here was just to do that. You'll see that happening in just a second. Yeah, here we go. And this was quite easy, and actually after however many weeks of playing Batman, I'm actually finding this a much easier thing in order to watch. If you see me looking over here, by the way, that's me watching the video that we've just been doing. So it's quite a nice way of getting playing the game. As you progress, you just feels like everything becomes a little bit easier, and I suppose that's just increasing in skill in what you're doing. However, having said that, there are plenty of games where I get to the end of and I don't feel that I've increased in skill at all. From this one, right from the very, very, very beginning, it's felt like you're playing Batman, that you've got a level of skill beyond that of the people that you're fighting. But at the same time, those same people can still be quite a challenge. I wasn't quite sure what to do here. If you look at what the Joker's done on this thing, he's basically this big face on it, that is. And just checking that, yeah, this is the right place. And so you walk through the doors, and I expected these guys to just attack you straight away, and they didn't. And then they all start clapping, and it is the most surreal, when you've been beating up these guys all through the game, it's the most surreal moment ever, and you walk down into the visitor centre, and all of a sudden, things take a turn for the strange. We're in the visitor room, and I was kind of expecting it to do something else. You know, I was going, well, what do we got here? And then suddenly I just realised I can move. And at the end of this corridor, there's a guy sitting in a chair, and you think, oh, he looks like he's dead or something, but he's dressed up as the Joker. And the Joker speaks to you, and you have this moment. I wanted to see where I could go from here, because obviously you wanted to go, okay, well, what's going to happen next? But look, it's the Joker! It's actually the Joker! And our objectives change. We've got to actually defeat the Joker, which you think, oh, that's going to be easy, because, you know, I'm Batman. But, you know, it turns out it wasn't. So he did this thing with the TV, and then he goes to go out, and where's he going? He's going out the door. I really, really wish that the game audio had recorded on this, because Mark Hamill as the Joker is absolutely fantastic. Big explosion, you've got to try and come to terms with the fact that you've been exploded, everything's good. This was a really nice moment where you're suddenly going, can I move? And you can't for a lot of it, and then you try, and then you can move a little bit, and then as your senses start to come back to you, you can move a little bit more, and then you can follow the Joker back to where he was, which is this wonderful little scene here, where you can see the people around him, and this is a Batman moment. Again, it's a real shame you haven't got that, but yeah, just punches one guy out, It's just these people don't mean anything to him anymore. They're just in the way. Um, and the Joker's the focus of what he wants. And these guys, obviously, we're gonna fight now. Yeah, it's a brilliant little cutscene actually. Where, God, look at how I didn't even notice that, but how that column is made up of mannequins. Isn't that disturbing? Or it might even be dead bodies. You wouldn't know, would you? Joker obviously gloating. He gloats all the way through this, right up to the point where, well, you'll see later. And then, yeah, they let these two go. And we're back into a fight again. You know, we're back into what we've been doing. They are dummies. We're back into what we've been doing time and time again. We've got two of these guys. I don't know why I switched into detective mode here. It's completely the wrong thing to do. You've got two of these guys. You're doing fighting. You've got to. I got hit a couple of times as well. I remember that. And there. And nearly there again. But it's all about doing the fighting properly. And of course, you can see the Joker symbols on the right hand side. These two big guys on the right hand side, and how that hurts. Don't do that. But this one guy's on the floor now, and I couldn't get to him. I don't think. Then there was that other guy who threw a batarang, and he's down. That's good because you can walk over to him, beat him up. And this is basically what we did last time. So, only last time we did this, we had one guy and lots of different mobs that were coming in. We only have one mob this time, but we've got lots of guys who are fighting him. And you kind of realise that actually you can beat up the guy who is that guy. And this is it's a really good battle because you really do feel like Batman. I'm waiting for the jumping things to be able to happen. You take your time doing this because you can. Even the fight is nothing. The henchmen are nothing. That's what you've been doing ever since you started playing this. But getting these guys on the floor and again, couldn't get over to him. But I did. Getting those guys on the floor means that you can really deal with the other guy. And this was brilliant. This was just lucky that this happened. That I came off the one, and then the other one was pretty much ready to go, and you could just slap him around until that was it. He was no longer any threat. He's got so little life that even some little bits of thing will take him out, and that's exactly what happened. Unfortunately, I got run over by him as well, which doesn't help. And again, everyone else is down. One more guy to go. We kind of know what we're doing here. He throws people. Get out of the way of those people. That's not good. And then, yeah, final charge. Jump to the side. Watch his life bar go down there again, and then just beat him up until he's gone. And I thought, that's not it, is it? Because I kind of thought it might be. The final battle between good and evil is easy. That was kind of disappointing. But no, there is a twist in the tale as Commissioner Gordon is brought into the scene, and Joker comes up with this idea. Batman hit by the serum, of course, and he's changing. He's trying to break off the change. It's brilliant, this moment. It's still not giving up, and you're waiting for it to happen. And Joker's sadistic, and I was saying this when I recorded this the first time and the sound didn't work. Joker is one of those characters where when you're a child, you don't really think of him as being that scary. I mean, he's kind of scary. He's kind of a bit weird, and you know that's a real problem. But at the same time, he's a guy in a claim to who laughs a lot, and you don't think much of it. I mean, part of the problem with this was probably that we had the kind of the Adam West Joker. Not Adam West play the Joker, the Joker from the Adam West film, and it was a kids thing. Oh yeah, there's this bit here which I'm going to have to try and skip a bit, because what happened here was the whole game kind of crashed. So I'm just going to skip forward a little bit in the video, because I was jumping around, nothing was happening, I couldn't figure out what do we do next, and then I hit onto this cutscene here, which it says, okay, well the Joker's turned into this monster and is throwing Batman around. And because there's no sound, there's no point in me playing it to you. But what happens, let's go back to here, is they are now on the roof of Arkham Asylum, and the Joker is kicking Batman around. And then you kind of join in the match, really. And let's get it to the point where we do a bit of gameplay. So here we are, doing the gameplay. And the Joker's going to come forward, and I wasn't quite sure how to deal with this to begin with, and I got hit a couple of times, and that's not good. But he comes forward, and then he goes back the other way. But if you're behind him, then he doesn't hit you, so you've got to get behind him. I didn't quite figure that out the first time round. So now he sends his henchman for you. And that's a good thing for us, because we can deal with henchmen. Largely, we're okay with henchmen, as you can see. Fights are happening. There's two waves of these guys. Okay, and then there's these presents that he drops, and that's things like iron bars and guns. And that could have been a problem, but luckily there was only one point where a mob got a gun. We'll see that a bit later. Taking down people. And you've got these little bombs, these little things that are running across the side of the ring. I knew it was a bomb, and I just couldn't quite get out of the way in time. So yeah, you've got to be careful with that. Got the final guy, as you do. Ran away from the bomb, as you do. And then I got another mob of people, and what I didn't realise is that you've got to use the back claw thing in order to grapple Joker down from that balcony that he's on. So we took out these guys because they're nothing, you know? They're henchmen. You don't need to deal with henchmen too much because they're henchmen. And then the computer told me what to do, and we were rocking it. I mean, seriously. Jump out of the way of that, it's all good. Two more guys to go here, and get that one. And then it tells you, select backflow, when Joker turns his back, did that. Pulled him down, and I honestly didn't think that I would spend part of the day pulling off the Joker, but there you go. And again, Joker gets stuck. Again, I wasn't sure what to do. I thought batarangs and stuff. I thought he was going to be a bit like those other ones that come charging at you, but he kind of does. But using the batarang doesn't help. And in fact, again, let's jump through part of this. I get hit again by Joker as he's coming forward. And he jumps back up, and we go back into fighting people. Obviously, it's great that we're having. This is the Joker final battle Joker thing. This is the point of the game. This is the thing that we've been working up to time and time again. But ultimately, I'm just rambling over a video, and I want it to be something that you want to watch, not something that you go, yeah, but we've got to sit through all those bits as well. So part of what we had to do here. Now, this time we pull the Joker off. I'll say it again. This time we pull the Joker off, and I think I got the message and beat him up. There you go. And as you beat him up, it takes off a third of his life. But it pulls him out from the thing as well, and then he can come towards you. And I can't remember if I got this time. I did. but only once, because I realised that if I sort of moved away like that, he could go up onto his thing, which is brilliant. That's what we need. More fighting. Again, this is rather dull when it's just me and I'm not doing it, you know? But I know that this one was much trickier because you've got these guys with knives, and I've never been good with the guys with knives. I know how you can get to them, but because of the way that the fighting works in this game, I've always found that a little less intuitive than just the beating up of people. Hit with an iron bar, that's not a good thing even for Batman, but still, I managed to come through it. I'm not particularly badly hurt, really. And I was expecting another wave of people. I think there would have been. I saw that there was the guy with a knife, and I wanted to deal with the guy with the knife. So that became something I needed to deal with, because the other guys, you know, you can deal with those guys fairly simply. And then I could pull this other guy down, but I missed one, and I tried to break out of it so that Joker wouldn't see what I was doing, but he did, and sent down more guys, which I didn't think was very fair, because I was right on the edge of pulling him off again. That's not what I meant. So, more fighting, same sort of thing, not as many people this time, which is great. And didn't take us too long to actually deal with both of those. Just check that they were dead. Then I could get the Joker down again. And this time we get him off. And we get to take out another third of his life, which is fantastic. So, hit the Joker for all he's worth. Do that whole thing again. Now, I'm running out of time here, and this is a problem. So I'm gonna skip forward because I did a little upgrade here. Not that it was much of a point. There was another fight with people that took a lot longer because there were a lot more people. But we finally got to this point again where, you know, the Joker falls off the thing, gets stuck in the but instead of, he's gone right the way through the floor and he's electrocuted himself, and you think that's it for the Joker. And then he climbs up through the floor, and this menacing guy standing in front of you saying, "Ha ha, Batman, you can't kill me." But I don't know if you noticed what Batman's just done with the explosive gel, and boom! Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. What a brilliant way to end, sacrificing his own hand to get the Joker into the point where he's I mean, he's not had his hand taken off, but you know, seriously damaged the gloves and stuff. He's probably hurt himself a little bit. And that's it. That's it. We've done it. We've actually done it after God knows how many weeks. God knows how many weeks of not being able to record videos as well. We've actually done the Batman game, and I am so pleased. I am so thrilled. I wish that you could have heard some of this stuff, because of course the cutscenes and things ever so important. One thing they did say was that for some of the inmates, and this is where they had it on Joker, that it was incredibly painful for them to change back into their normal forms. So you get the idea that Joker is not having the best of times at the moment, and not just because he's been taken into Arkham. Batman's done really well. Gordon says, "Sorry about your car," and Batman says, "It's all right," and then he zooms off. And he's got a plane! So, yeah, it's wonderful. And that's it. That's the video for you. So, next week it may very well not be Batman Friday. We might be doing something completely different. In fact, the chances are we probably will. Because I could do with a little bit of a break from Batman. Only a small one, but one big enough that means that we'll be playing something else first. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for everyone who's watched all of the videos and people who've stuck with the series as it's been going on. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments below. You can also like, share, and subscribe to this, and tell all of your friends about it. Get people along, and we will make more content for you that hopefully you're enjoying. Until then, Monday is Minecraft Monday. Come and join us for that. Wednesday we should have more Division. If not, I'll put a note up. We've had a bit of a problem with recording last night, so we'll see how that pans out. We should be ready for another Division video on Wednesday. Friday we have got our special new series, which I don't know what it is yet, so I won't tell you yet. And of course, streaming as well. Monday nights 7 till 9, and that's British summer time, so that's GMT +1. On twitch.tv/Mr_Stephen. And come along to that. Monday nights we're playing Gauntlet, Tuesday nights we're playing Rocket League. It's an awful lot of fun. Please do come and join us for that, because we'd love to have you there. Until next time, thank you very much for coming along and having fun with the show. Thank you for everyone who's commented on it, everyone who's subscribed because of it, and we will see you next time with something new and fun and innovative and just as exciting as Batman. So until then, thank you very much and good night.